Hey everyone, welcome to the Huddle. I'm in Orlando, Florida with a new friend of mine. Someone's with the company a long time, Julio. But we're going to take a few minutes to talk about something that happened in the past about 6 months ago, which was Hurricane Helene, which affected the Appalachia region of the United States in a very intense way, did a lot of damage, hurt several of our stores, our properties, and unfortunately now those are all reopened thanks to people like you and other people you work with. But I want to, before we get into the hurricane, I want to hear about your background, your story. You've been with Walmart 16 and a half years?
Yes, sir.
That's right, been driving for about double that?
33 years.
33 years. Okay, so start there. What caused you to decide you wanted to drive these very large, intensive, big rigs that I don't think I could even get stared, but what got you into it? Your brothers?
Yeah, they both used to drive.
So both of us. You have two brothers?
Two brothers.
Two brothers. Any sisters?
I have a stepsister.
A stepsister. Okay, so your brothers drove.
Yep.
And then you just got the bug one day. What happened?
Around 16 years old, I started driving with them. They taught me how to drive, and I just kept going from there on.
And when did you get your CDL?
16 in Puerto
16?
Rico. In Puerto Rico.
So you started driving at 16. Wow, that's
Yes.
impressive.
Yeah.
That's impressive. I can't really back a boat up very well, so you guys do some pretty crazy things. But let's fast forward a bit. So you came to Walmart 16 and a half years ago.
Yep.
Where are we living?
Orlando, right here in Orlando.
Right here.
And I moved to Raymond, New Hampshire, just to get in.
And today you're living in Welford? Or working out
No,
of Welford?
I'm living in Simpsonville, South
Simpsonville,
Carolina.
yeah.
I work out of Welford, DC. Yes.
Yeah, which is a new perishable DC, state-of-the-art technology. I was there just a few weeks ago and I missed you. I didn't know you were there. Well, let's talk about what happened then last fall. So we have news of a big hurricane that's coming up the west coast of Florida. And that's not that uncommon. I think we've seen that in our lives, many times and have some expectation of what could happen. But this one was different. It didn't make landfall really in Florida. It jumped right over it, went into the mountains, and then dropped a couple trillion gallons of water into these valleys and mountains where it's just not equipped to handle it. And so we saw record flooding, dozens of locations that were damaged or inaccessible. And then the days after, it became really hard to locate people, to get them basic essential services. And so Walmart made I think a pretty cool decision, which was to get you and a lot of your colleagues to drive into that area and provide some relief and some hope for people. So talk about what it was like, pulling it together. When did you get the call? How did you feel?
Well, it came up really quickly, but we were ready. Walmart drivers are ready. Whenever the situation comes, we're ready to step in and do whatever it takes to help our customers. But when they chose me, they asked me if I want to be part of it. I say, yeah, put me in. Because when I was in Florida, we get storms every year. Mm-hmm. And I was part of the Puerto Rico went for Maria. Mm-hmm. So I was in Puerto Rico for a month. Then we went to help out in Puerto Rico. And to me, everybody kept talking about Katrina. Mm-hmm. All the Walmart drivers, Katrina. And when this thing came up, and we all got excited, but we didn't know who was going to be part of the convoy. My GTM Gus asked me if I wanted to do it. I said, yeah, put me in. I would love to do it. I want to help. I want to help out. I want to get back. Whatever you need me to do, just put me in. And we started from there and until the day came up. But it was a team effort. Everybody was involved. From the general manager to AP to the shop to transportation. But to me, it was special because everybody came together.
Everybody came together.
And it was like a tactical team getting ready to go to war, to tackle what was ahead because we didn't know.
Didn't know what you were going to get into.
Exactly.
And I remember Katrina well. I was involved in part of the relief effort from Bentonville, and I'll never forget that photo with the long line of, and you know the photo.
Yes.
The long line of Walmart trucks
yep.
that were ready there to get into New Orleans before anyone else got there. It's not that unusual to have a hurricane somewhere like Louisiana or Florida, but we're in the mountains. So you guys really didn't have any idea what you were going to get into once you got into the mountains. So talk about how many trucks it was, what was the morning like, and then what was the drive-in like?
Well, the morning, it was special. We had prayers. Everybody came together. We have the safety department coming and brief you on what we were supposed to do, make sure that we were following the rules and the special routes that were given to us so we don't get out of hand, get out of the safest route. But everybody was nervous. Like I said, nobody knew what's going on, how bad it was gonna be. On the way, we have the first responders guide us through it. and people were stopping on the side of the road, but it was something special. Seeing people stopping, taking pictures, like seeing the whole truck going through the overpass because I was way behind. Life-changing for me.
How many trucks was it? How many people?
I think it was 49 trucks.
49 trucks.
Yes.
So big effort, a lot of relief. And I remember talking to people throughout the entire time that all this was happening, that what was so special for us is that the Walmart parking lot in a lot of communities changed. One day it's a parking lot where you could pick up your groceries, run in, get the things you need, to the next day they became a place of hope.
Yes.
And the hope was from a combination of food, water, a place to take a shower.
I was impressed by that. Mm-hmm. I never seen that.
Yeah, because you don't think about it
until
you're in this situation. Here in Florida, people deal with it when you lose power. And, it's like, but in that part of the world, they don't know, haven't been through it. And even charging the phone, just as a way to try to find the people that couldn't be found at that time. Unfortunately, many have been, but we had a couple locations in Asheville and Boone in particular where the damage was really just extreme. No better way to describe it. So you get moving. What did it look like? Were you in the front? Were you in the back? I
was kind of like in the middle.
In the middle?
Yes, because we were all divided by a safety manager's car. Mm-hmm. Because everybody was going a different route. Mm-hmm. So I was kind of like in the back, but I was like watching everything, all the trucks going different directions. When they switch over from, I guess, the state trooper from another division, mm-hmm. so somebody else takes over.
Changing state lines or something, right?
So it was, like I said, it was amazing. The way they was set up, the execution of the plan, that everything went perfect. You only see this in the movies.
Right.
With a short time, you only see this in the movie. You don't see it like, this is a setup. It's not an actual thing happening. Like I said, for me, it was amazing, life-changing. I think we help a lot of people, and I'll take it for here in my heart.
Yeah, what was it like when you saw people stopping on the side of the road?
Emotional.
Yeah. How many people stopped?
A lot.
A lot.
And taking pictures.
Yeah.
And like you feel important because you like giving back to our customers. And you were not expecting that. At least for me, I'm not expecting that. Because sometimes they don't even want to let you in, but these people were stopping, taking pictures. And you just see the emotion in their faces because we're going slow enough so you can like take a glance at it. And like we are part of the solution. Like, okay, this is my time. I'm part of something special, and I'm in it. So, like I said, it's special for me.
The morning after that happened, I was in Bentonville and we have an associates meeting once a quarter where we bring in a lot of our long-term associates. So think about associates that are 25, 30, 35, 40 years. And this long-term associate from Durham, North Carolina, store 1614. I remember it well because I worked there as a guest about 25 years ago. And he got up and was also just very emotional because it gave him, on behalf of his state, North Carolina was affected. He got to see the power of what Walmart can do when people need help. And so the convoy was symbolic of help is on the way. So when you went in, which city did you end up going to? I know part went to the north, part ended up going west.
Asheville.
Went to Asheville. What was it like?
Like downtown, like an atomic bomb went through it. Mm-hmm. The O'Reilly Auto Parts was completely gone. You knew that the O'Reilly Parts was there because you drove through there so many times that you know where it was. All the white water drafting, all those were going. Cars were like wrapped around the columns. It was like something that came out from a horror movie.
Yeah, and places that typically have a few inches of water in the valleys got to 30 feet plus. And I think we have some video we can show of the store, what it looked like when the storm hit or just after the storm hit. And fortunately, very fortunately, that store is now reopened. It's fully recovered. A couple that we got open before Christmas, we were only able to open part of the store, but Asheville is back. And I remember talking about this in East Tennessee when I was there. It was actually that Friday after I heard this associate from Durham talking about it. I flew to East Tennessee. We made some commitments to the region, but we've been in Eastern Tennessee and Western North Carolina for 45 years at that point. So these are communities that are really important to Walmart that we want to make sure we do everything we can to get them fully recovered. And just so proud of the team that they got the store reopened. So you should go back and see it now because it's hopefully going to look a lot different than the last time you were there.
I made it to deliver to the one in Asheville.
You did? Great.
A week and a half ago.
Oh, perfect.
Frozen.
So little different than the first time in?
Yeah.
Did you get to go inside the store?
No.
You didn't? Okay. Well, you got to get inside. It looks great. It's our latest, greatest remodel building, and I think it's going to be fantastic for the community. I wanted all of you to meet Julio, and I want to talk about this here at the meeting, but a few years ago I was in Florida during a hurricane, and one of our operators said to me, there's not a problem in the world that you can't handle without 10 Walmart associates and a Walmart truck driver. And it's a good way to think about it. Like, our associates can do anything. They're extraordinary. We have what we call ordinary people doing extraordinary things, and our people really do make the difference, and you're one of those people. So, Julio, I wanted all of our friends here to meet you and know the kind of work you do and the impact you make. Thank you for participating. Thank you for leading this convoy into an area that needed our help. And really proud of you, and really proud of the whole team around you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on.
All right.